Volta de Jordan!
Tocaço sensacional do LeBron James!
Now that we've talked a lot about your career, I would like to talk a little more about the HBO series Winning Time. I think you have watched it. I think, of course. Uh, I, I watched it and I enjoyed it, but I want to know more about you. You are one of the main characters of the series. So, what was your reaction when Winning Time came out? Because many former players didn't like it.
In the film, Jerry West is portrayed as this crazy, out of control general manager, which, Jerry was intense and still is pretty intense, but he was trying to get a job done because the idea in the NBA is to win the championship. So all of the things that went on in the film, some of it is a lot of fiction, but a lot of it is his character, and he was trying to make us this champion. So, in building the champion, you don't look for the perfect person or the perfect character to build that kind of championship. So, um, a lot of it was a little taken out of place, but Jerry was intense, and that's all I can say about Jerry. And still is a great man, a great human being. So I hope that people who watch the film don't walk away thinking, well, when I see him out, that I'm looking at this crazy man, because he's not that man, and he's a great man, good person, great basketball player that I played against
Yeah,
in
you
my
said
younger days.
yeah, you said that some was exaggerated. What can you say is true and what is false about your character in the series?
All time, all time. So I just don't want someone who watches a film and say, well, this is him. The same as if you watch the film and say, this is me. It's not me. That was that one year. And that was the one year with Jerry, because we were really trying to get that championship, because we only had that one opportunity that year. And that was it. So, it was a lot of things happened. And of course, with the Magic Johnson character, uh, Magic was that uh, player that when we got into the locker room, Kareem and I was a little older, so we had 10 or 12 years in. So it was just exciting to play with him, because, he was so enthusiastic. He was always smiling and always happy. And, and I guess my character was a little bit disappointed with him, because I thought he should have been more militant. He should have been like us. And and we were not militant. We were more or less putting on a little bit of an act of like how black and how conscious we were. We just wanted to play basketball too and be like Magic. So he came in and gave Kareem and I that jolt of life that we needed in our career at that time. So I love playing with Magic. I mean, you could run the floor and you could always look for the ball, and it's always right there in your hand. Pow! It's like he was the perfect passer. He made sure you got it done right there in the middle. And he got inside as a big guard. He would get inside with me and Kareem and rebound and do all of the other stuff that, uh, normally you're looking at your small forward and yeah, of course, the big guard. Yeah, he did it as a point guard. And in the finals, he played both my position forward, Kareem position center, and he played himself as a point guard. So he did a three-way, and he was the MVP of that final. And then, of course, you got Noam Nixon. Noam Nixon, that is his son playing him in real life. Yeah, that's very, very nice. So uh, I know he's saying age. He didn't wear the fur coat at the practice and so on. But that's just theater. That's basketball. That's life. And then we go to Kareem. Kareem did so much. That movie did so much for the Muslims in America and around the world. But it opened the door up to how you should behave, who you are. So And if you look at it all, the film was pretty doggone good.
I love their insight about the TV show because I really enjoyed watching. I watched it every Sunday when it came out, and
Yes.
a lot of people criticized it. Like understood Karim's side, Magic side of criticizing, but I also think that it brings a story that sometimes the younger audience didn't know. You know, so it's very
Well, let me
nice.
tell you. Let me tell you about the younger audience. Okay, we were on the floor doing Kareem's 75th birthday at the on the at Crypto Arena. So all of a sudden, I'm standing beside Kareem, and I'm thinking, okay, here come LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis, and I'm thinking, oh, they running right up to say hello to Kareem. I was stepping back out of the way. And no, they were like, no, I'm coming to say hey to you, bro. Thank you, Spencer, for what you did. And I was like, what's going on? So then, when OKC came out of the locker room, they did the same thing. They came straight to me because there was Kareem standing right there. And I'm like, but it's his 75th birthday. And so they said to me, we now know who you are because of winning time. I was like, yikes. All of these years I've been telling y'all what I've done for you in terms of basketball because I have created in basketball salary like $34 billion for players. But nobody knew who I am because the name is not on the ruling. So that was another good thing about
That's
winning time.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Very nice to hear this from you, Spencer.
Yeah.
And like, I want to know more about your relationship with Karim. Like, the production shows a friendship between you and Catch. So tell us a little more about this relationship.
Well, Kareem and I have had this friendship for all of these years because when I went to the Supreme Court, all of the NBA players, the veterans, were saying, we don't want him into the league because it's going to drive us out of the league. So when I won my case, Kareem was the only player in the NBA to come and hug me and gave me an embrace and said, congratulations. That was back then.